Hello guys, I'm Engineer Annabelle, and today I'll show you on how to calculate or to find a simultaneous equation by three matrix. There is different ways on how to calculate a matrix. There is many. For example, there is Crumer's rule. There is use of determinant rule. There is that you are used by inverse. But today I'll show you on how to find a 3 by 3 matrix by a Crumer's rule. And in Crumer's rule, there is a rule that says that d along x, comma d along y, comma d along z should be equal to d along y x over d is equals to x, then d along y over d is equals to y, then d along z over d equals to z. So where d along x, d along y, and d along z are the determinant, and the determinant obtained by replacing the respective, the respective column by the output column, by the output column. So the determinant that are obtained by replacing the respective column by the output column. I will show you on how that statement means. Then D is the determinant of the matrix. So this is our example that I'm gonna use this, and my example that I'm gonna use this is my example where x plus y plus z is equals to 2. 3x minus 4y is equals to 3x minus 4y minus 4z is equals to -1, and 2x minus 5y plus 2z is equals to -z. So the first thing, or the first step, what you have to do, you have to convert this equation to a matrix form, that is 3 by 3 matrix, where you convert into a matrix. And how do you convert to a matrix? You neglect or you ignore the coefficient. That is how you convert the matrix that to -5 positive 2. So this is how you convert it and the matrix. The second step after converting is to find the determinant of the whole matrix. And how do you find the determinant? This is how you find the determinant, where there is a law that says, this law says that positive, negative, positive, then negative, positive, negative, then positive, negative, positive. You will see where this law applies in finding the determinant. So find the determinant, find the determinant of the matrix. While finding the determinant of this matrix, you take one of the column or row that you want to use. For example, I will use 1 as my coefficient, the upper row as my coefficient. I'll start with 1, and since our law, so here is where it helps us. Since here is 1, I'll multiply with the first law first, which is positive. You see, is positive. Then I will block my row and my column and I remain with -4, -4, -5, 2. See, I remain with -4, -4, -5, 2. Then I'm going to the second number, which is 1. I multiply it with the sign, which is negative, remain with -1, open my bracket, then I block my row, where it become, then I block my column, and I remain with 3, 2, -4, and +2. So I remain with 3, 2, -4, +2. Then I go to the 1 and I multiply with the sign, which is positive, open. I block that row where it belongs to, this and this column, and I'll remain with, when I block this and this, I'll remain with the -4, 3, 2, and -5. So 3, I'll remain with 3, -4, 2, -5. So this is what we'll have. So that is what we will have. That is what we will have. Let's continue. Hope up to there you have got something. There's something you've learned about it up to there. So find the determinant. I will find the determinant. -2, -4 multiplied by 2 is -8, minus -5 multiplied by -4 is +20, plus -1. Then 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, minus 2 multiplied by -4 is -8, plus 1. 3 multiplied by 5 is -15, minus 2 multiplied by -4 is -8. So take your calculator, or by add, I will say that -8, -8, -8 minus 20 is -28. 1, -28, close the bracket, -1. 6 minus -8, that is 6 plus 8 is 14. Is 14, plus 1. -15 minus -8 is the same as -15 plus 8. -15 plus 8, that is -7. Open the bracket, will be -28 minus 14 minus 7. That will give you -28 minus 14 minus 7 to give you 49. -49. So this is our determinant. Got it? This is our determinant, our D. So our next step is to find dx, and we say that dx is determined by obtaining the replacing, or is dx is determinant obtained by the replacing the respective column. See, respective column by the output column. What is the output column? Or output column, output column is 2, -1. Our output column is this. See, this is our output column, guys. 2, -1, -17. So this is our output column. Output column column is 2, -1, -17. So what you do, where there's a column of x, so let's rewrite our equation. Was x plus y plus z equals to 2, 3x minus 4y minus 4z is equals to -1, 2x minus 5y plus 2z equals to -17. Our matrix in our matrix form will be 1, 1, 1, 3, -4, -4, 2, -5, 2. In our column form will be 2, -1, -17. That is our output column. So we want to find the value of dx, and we say that the value of dx, that is the determinant of the x, where is the obtained by replacing the respective column by the output column. So this is our x, this column is our x. You replace it by the output column, the output column, you replace it. So it will be 2, -1, -17. It will be 2, -1, -17. Then the remain ones in a bar, it remain like that. Be 1, -4, -5, 1, -4, 2. So find the determinant. The procedure still remain the same, where I say that I will choose the first row, where 2, I put 2 outside and I multiply. You remember our law that say positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. You still use this law to find the determinant of our matrix. So I've decided to use my first row. So 2 multiplied by the positive remain the positive 2. Then when I block this row, and this column, I remain the -14, -4, -4, -5, -2. I remove the -4, -4, -5, +2. Then 1 multiplied by the second sign, which is -1. Then when I block this row of 1 and this, I remain with -1 and -1, -17, -4, -1. I remain with -1, -17, -4, 2. Then our last is 1, but I multiply by the sign is positive. Then when I block this column and this, I remain the -1, -4, 14, -4, -17, and -5. So I remain the -1, -4, -17, -5. So find the determinant. The determinant will equal to 2, open the bracket, -4 multiplied by 2, this -8, minus -4 minus -5 multiplied by -4, that is 20, positive, open the bracket, close the bracket, then put that, -1 multiplied by 2, that is -2, minus -17 multiplied by -4, that is positive 21. See, then plus 1. Hope you are getting something. Positive 1. Then -1 multiplied by -5, that is positive 5, minus -17 multiplied by -4, is positive 68. Yeah, this should be 68. This should be 68. It should be 68. 68. I say negative 17 multiplied by positive should be 68. Close the bracket. So negative 17 multiplied by negative 4 is positive 68. So come here, simplify to a simplest form. That will be negative 8, negative 8 minus 20 will be negative 28. 1, negative 68. Negative 2 minus negative 68 should be negative 70. Negative 70. Positive 5 minus 7 should be 5 minus 68. 5 minus 68 should be negative 63. Negative 63. Open the bracket. This will be 1656. Should be 56. Negative positive 70 minus 63. If you open the bracket, when you calculate that, should be give you 49. I think so. Negative 56 plus 70 minus 63 should be equal to negative 49. So this is how next should be negative 49. So this is our dx. Understood? Then our next step, you find dy. Dy, where there is this one. Let's rewrite again our matrix. 1 1 1 3 negative 4 negative 4 2 negative 5 2. So where there is our column, output column, remember what output column was 2 negative 1 negative 17, and this was our x, this was y, and this was z. So we want to determine the output, the y, and we say that dy is obtained by replacing the column of y by the output. So replace this column by the output column. See, so it will be 1 3 2. Understood? This are x, then y will be our output. Put 2 negative 1 negative 17. Then z remain the same. 1 negative 4 2. So this so find the determinant of 1 2 1 3 negative 1 negative 4 2 negative 1 17 2. When I say determinant, I'll use my first row, which will be 1. I put outside 1, open. I remember our law: positive negative positive negative positive negative positive negative positive is 1, but I multiply by the first law, which is positive. So when I block this, see, I remain negative 1 negative 4 negative 17 2. I remain with negative 1 negative 4 and negative 17 2. Then second will be 2, but I multiply by the negative sign, will be -2. Open the bracket. When I block this column and this row, I remove with 3 negative 4 2 2 I remain with 3, negative 4, 2, 2. Then our second will be 1 multiplied by the positive sign. When I block this column and this row, I remain with 3, 1. I remain with 3, negative 1, 2, negative 17. Close the bracket. Now open the bracket by finding the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix. Will be 1 multiplied by 2, that will be negative 2, minus 17 multiplied by 4, that is 68. 17 multiplied by 4, 68, and be positive, because negative multiplied by the negative should be positive. 68 minus 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 8. 8. Then close the bracket. Positive 1. 3 multiplied by 17 should be 51. 51 negative, because 3 multiplied by negative 17 is 51. Minus 2 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 2. See, you should be accurate on the signs. One single mistake, you ruin everything. So 3 times negative 17 is negative 51. Then 2 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 2. So here, open the bracket. Negative should be a negative 70 minus 6. 6 minus 8 is positive, so 6 plus 8, 14. 14 multiplied by negative 2 should be 28, plus negative 51. Negative 51, see, minus 2 should be the same as negative 51, minus as the same as negative 51 plus 2 should be negative 49. This is the same as negative. Positive minus the same as negative. So take 70, negative 70, negative 70 minus 28 minus 49. Negative 70 minus 28 minus 49. Our answer is negative 147. Negative 147. And this is D, Z. I will give a task, find D, and this is dy. So I will not do dz because of reason. So I'll give you that assignment of finding dx, dz, but we say that dx over d is the same as x, and dy over d is the same as y. Our dx was negative 49. Our dx was negative 49. Our dx was for negative 49. Yeah, do you remember? This was our d, then our dx was 49. See, dx was negative 49. So you come here, replace dx 49. Our d was also for negative. It was negative 49. Negative 49, you see? Negative 49. Replace dx with negative 49. Then d, we found it to be d. Where is it? D. Yeah, D we find it to be negative 49. Put here 49. Here negative, it was negative. Here 1, here negative 1. So our x equals to negative 1. Then our y was, we found our y to be negative 147. Our y to be negative 147 over our d was negative 49. Do you remember? When you divide the same, negative 49 is 3. Here 1 times, here 3 times. So our y is equals to 3. Au unataka nionyeshe kwa calculator. Say negative 147 negative 147 divided by negative 49 should be 3 positive. So 3 positive. Find for z using the same procedure. You find the value. If you find the nicely, if you find the topic enjoyable, remember to subscribe, follow for new other concepts. Thank you.